Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Sarcasm Speaks. It's Jared and Bob. And so I think you probably picked up, we mentioned in the last episode, we recorded twice because I was supposed to go away and do this whole thing. So once again, um, just another example of how, we're just giant assholes. And people think that we make this shit up when this insane shit happens. Let me run it back a couple months and start from the beginning on this trip that we were supposed to do. So, God, I don't know, maybe like April-ish, maybe like March or April. We decided that we were going to book a trip to Austin for the last week in July into that first weekend in August because Amy's best friend was dating a guy that lived in Austin for like 2.5 years. They were doing like the long distance thing, going back and forth. Um, she's a cop, so she can do that thing where like she works like a dog for like a week straight and then doesn't work for like 2.5 weeks just because she covers shifts and gets all that stuff done, right? You just swap shifts. Um, so she would go down for like 2 weeks at a time to Texas over the last few years. And he's a CPA. So when he wasn't in the busy season, he would come up. I think he came up for like a month or two over the winter. Um, so she was getting ready to move to Austin, right? And start a life down there. Um, so we were like, oh yeah, let's when's the next time you're going down or whatever? And she was like, oh, probably end of July, early August. So we were like, fuck it, like let's just go. Like let's have fun. We were gonna go to Lake Travis. Um they were gonna get a house on Lake Travis by an Airbnb, and we were gonna hang out there. He was gonna get a boat, right? The boyfriend was gonna get a boat, like, rent a boat and we'll go whatever, do all that happy horse shit, right? So yeah, it was great. Like I said, we booked it in like April. Um, well, probably about a month ago, Amy gets a call from her friend and they broke up. So we were like, okay, all right, well, we're not doing that trip anymore, but we still have plane tickets down, and Amy has family down in Texas. She's got an aunt and uncle that live in Kerrville, which is actually where all those floods happened a few weeks ago. They were fine, but it was like obviously very close to their house. And then a cousin that lives in Round Rock, which is like a half hour north of Austin. So we were like, all right, that's cool. Like we'll go hang out with your family, right? Like you know, it'll be cheap, right? We'll just stay with them. We won't have to pay for a hotel or anything. We'll just keep our flights. No big deal, right? Well, then come to find out, Amy's mom, shout out to Mary, friend of the show, her family is doing a family reunion in Colorado, of all places. So everyone is going there. So Mary's one of eight. I think there might be six of them left. Um, so outside of Mary, want to guess how many of her siblings went to this family reunion? There would be five other siblings, I believe, right? If my math is correct.
I'll give it enough.
One,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
the one that lives in Texas.
Oh, that's good, Pat. Yeah, I missed that angle. Yeah.
Yeah. The only one of her brothers that was going to the family reunion was the one that lives in Texas that we were going to be able to hang out with. So we're like, all right, well, we'll scratch that one off the list. At least we'll just stay with your cousin. No big deal. No problem. So we got that all lined up. Everything's good to go. We're gonna go down, right? We'll stay with her. We'll kind of, bop around Austin. The Drinking Bros podcast is down there, their studio. So I reached out to them like a week before we were supposed to go down and was like, hey man, me and my wife are coming down, next week. We fly in Thursday, but we got all day to kill Friday. Like, are you guys around? They were like, yeah, come by the studio around noon. You can hang out, right? They'll record, you drink some hard AF seltzer, which is their seltzer company and all that crazy shit. No big deal. All right, awesome, cool. Then we're like, all right, Saturday we can go do whatever, like, we'll kind of mosey around the city, and then we're good. Everything's all good. It's like perfect. So I'm off all last week, right? We recorded 2 episodes Tuesday night, and we were supposed to go on Thursday. So that was the other thing too. We talked about this in a previous episode, but I talked Amy into getting TSA pre-check because it's way fucking easier. So we get to Logan, which, by the way, book all of your flights for 1 o'clock on a Thursday, because at like 11, Logan wasn't there wasn't a fucking soul in Logan. Like, it took me longer to walk from the parking garage to the terminal than it did to get through TSA. I think I spent more time walking through the little queue, right? The little line that they have there, than I did actually like throwing my bags on the belt and walking through the the metal detector. Like, when I say there was no one there were like there was literally fucking nobody there.
Yeah, 1 o'clock is also flight delay central.
Yeah. So there's more. So um we get through security in about 45 seconds. We walk through and I'm like, all right, I gotta go take a piss. Amy's gotta pee. And then, she's in the bathroom. I'm out there and I'm looking, and there's like a massively long line in at like the JetBlue help desk in the terminal. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. I bet someone's flight got canceled. I look down at my phone. I get a text from JetBlue. Uh, there's been an update to your flight to Austin. It's been canceled. And I go, fuck. All those assholes in line. Yeah, that's me. That's my plane. So Amy gets out of the bathroom and I go, our flight got canceled. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, I don't fucking know. Like, we got to figure this out. So I have Mosaic, right? As do you, right? Like if you have the JetBlue credit card, like, you probably have Mosaic. We have a dedicated helpline. So I call, right? I call the dedicated Mosaic line, and they go, oh, your estimated wait time is 4 minutes or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. And they go, because it's all automated. And they go, would you like someone to call you back when they're ready? Or would you want to stay on the line? And I go, stay on the line. They're like, sorry, we didn't hear that. Would you like someone to call you when they're ready? And I said, no. Like, very clearly, no. And they go, okay, great. Is this your phone number? And they said, my phone number. And I said, yes. They go, okay, great. Someone will call you when they're ready. And then they fucking disconnect. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I said, no. Like, will you give me this dedicated Mosaic phone number to call, and then you don't want me to stay on the line?
It's normally 3 and 4 to the even different phone line.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I get in line with all the assholes because I'm like, we'll just play the game of whichever happens quicker, right? Whether we get through the line or someone calls me back. After about a half hour, they finally called me back. So it was not 4 minutes. And we had not made it anywhere near the end of the line to the help desk. So they call me back. So I just step out of line. I go, we don't need to stand in this line. Let's just go over there. So in the meantime, right, in that 30 minutes, I was doing some searching, trying to find flights. There's literally nothing, right? There's there's one flight that was leaving that day on Thursday at like 4 o'clock, and it was through United, and there was a layover in like fucking, I don't know, Iowa, like some random place. And it was like a 2 hour layover because it was an 8 hour total trip time. So I was like, all right, well, that's not really great, but that's an option. There's at least still seats available on the flight. and we're already through security. We just walk our asses over to the next terminal. Uh, so the person on the line in Mosaic goes, okay, yeah, so I see your flight was canceled. What would you like to do? And I go, well, do you have anything else? Knowing that the answer was going to be no. And she was like, okay, let me look. Yeah, so I don't have anything left today. Let me see. Oh, actually, I have the same flight tomorrow. And I go, okay, what do you have available? She goes, well, see, the flight's actually booked. I go, okay, so that doesn't really help me, does it? She goes, well, because you're a Mosaic member, I can put you on the wait list. And again, because you're Mosaic, you'll be at the top of the list. So if you want to go tomorrow, you can wait and see if there's a no-show and see if they can get you on the plane. And I go, yeah, I don't want to do that. I, I, I don't want to come back tomorrow, go through security again to sit at Logan Airport to maybe not get on the plane, right?
And that's the thing, the other flight just got canceled. No one's skipping tomorrow.
Exactly. Exactly. So she goes, okay, well, the next flight I have with available seats is Sunday. And I go, well, that's not going to work because my return flight was on Sunday and I got to go back to work on Monday. She was like, yeah, I can see that here, that the third was your return date. Um, so unfortunately, that's really the best I can do for you. So I go, so it seems like we have to just cancel outright, right? And she goes, yep, okay, no problem. I'll just cancel everything outright. I'll refund all your points and then whatever the taxes and fees were that you can't use points to pay for some reason. She's like, just please stay on the line with me while I cancel everything just to verify that everything goes through, right? Like, I want to make sure you get your emails. So I go on, that goes on for like 10 fucking minutes before I get an email that's like, oh, we confirming that you're canceling. And I go, all right, we're all set. Yep, got it. Thank you. She goes, all right, cool. Have a great day. So hang up, right? Our flights are fully canceled. I get all my points back. Now I have like over 200,000 fucking JetBlue points. Um, but now I turn to Amy and I go, all right, so our only option if we want to go tonight is to get on this plane with United. It's like 760 something dollars for two people. And there's that 2 hour layover in like fucking Iowa. And we were like, I don't really want to do it. Like, that's a lot of money. And we weren't going to get in until like midnight, right? In Austin. So like then we gotta like we're gonna show up to her cousin's house at like 1 a.m. Like it's just it's just too much, right? So we're like, all right, we're not gonna do it. So we're like, all right, what the fuck else can we do? And she is like, well, what if we go to Maine, right? What if we go to Portland, Maine, right? So I start looking up places in Portland. Wouldn't you know, with a day's notice to try and rent anything, you're either looking at stuff that's absolutely shitty or it's like $1,000 a night. So yeah, like basically you can stay at a Motel 6 or like a fucking Ritz-Carlton. Um, which
We did stay at the Motel 6
I couldn't hear anything you just said.
We did stay at that Motel 6 one time,
Oh yeah, no, that's true in Westbrook, right? Yeah, yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. Yeah, across from like the fucking strip club. Um, so we're like, all right, maybe Portland is out. Plus, it's like whatever, a 3 hour drive from Boston and like a 4 hour drive home. So like, all right, what about the Cape? Right. And Amy was like, all right, well, is there anywhere on the Cape where like you can play golf? So we can like go stay somewhere and then you can golf too. So I was like, yeah, the because she mentioned like, didn't Bob and Michaela do that? And I was like, yeah, but that was at a place that we're not going to be able to get into on 24 hours notice. I'm pretty sure that place books out like weeks in advance. Which I forget the name. It's not Catanset. What's the other one? The it starts with a W, doesn't it?
Where we stayed?
It's in Chatham with like the Eastward Ho. Is that Eastward Ho that's connected to
Oh,
it?
no, no, no. You're thinking of the Quasit Resort, which
Quasit.
has
Yeah.
a golf relationship with Cape Cod National.
That's correct. Yeah, that's
I've
the
never
one.
stayed at Wauquasit though, but
Okay.
I've played Cape Cod National,
Okay. All right.
which
All
is
right.
in that's in Brewster. It's not far from Eastward Ho. It's over like on that area.
Okay.
Actually, I think when I was going to Cape Cod National, I had been to Eastward Ho twice, and I'm like, fuck, did I punch in the right golf course? Because I feel like I'm heading towards Eastward Ho right now. But no, they're like kind of like it's technically Brewster. But yeah, I've never stayed at Wauquasit, but
Okay.
Wauquasit would have been the same thing if
Okay.
they
All
even
right.
have it. If they even
Yeah.
had space, it would be $1,200
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
night.
That's why I wasn't sure if I thought you guys had stayed at somewhere on the Cape so you could play golf there also, but I wasn't
Uh,
sure.
the only resort that I've stayed and played is Ocean Edge in Brewster.
Okay. Okay. All right. Um, so yeah, I was like, that's going to be ridiculous, or they're not going to have any availability. So I'm like trying to think of other places. Then I go, oh, wait a second. There's Highland Links in Truro because Amy was looking at like Wellfleet, Truro, whatever that's called, Deep Cape. What the fuck do they call it? End Cape, Far
Lower
Cape. I
is it
don't
Lower Cape or Upper Cape?
Lower.
Is
Yeah,
it
that's what it is. Lower Cape because I know like Mid Cape. Everyone knows Mid Cape, right? That's Harwich, Dennis, Yarmouth, like that. Everyone knows Mid Cape, but I just forget what they called. It's upper and lower. All right. um, so we were looking at those places. So I look and I go, oh shit, I have like a bajillion points from Hilton from traveling with work. So let me see if I can just get a hotel through Hilton and pay with points, right? And try and save a little bit of money. No, wouldn't you know, Hilton Hotels has one hotel on the Cape and it was sold out. It was sold out that weekend. So I'm like, all right, cool. So then we're looking on like Airbnb and kind of the same thing. Like Airbnb had a few of those, like it was weird. There was like motels or like cottage because that's the Cape, right? You get far enough down the Cape and like on Route 6 when you get to like um Lower Cape, right? And everything is like the Blue Dolphin Inn or like Happy's cabin stay. Like they're all like really shitty, weird hotel, motel, cabin things. And those were on Airbnb, which was weird. And I was like, they're cheap. Like it was like $400 for the whole weekend. But I was like, but it's probably going to be a complete shithole. So we were like, you know, we don't need to stay somewhere nice, but we also didn't want to stay in a fucking motel, right? Like an absolute shithole. So I forgot I also have an account with Marriott. So I looked them up and lo and behold, they had a hotel in Eastham, which is the Sheraton, right? And they partner with Marriott or they're owned by Marriott, whatever. So I look and I go, all right, so that's going to be like $800 for 2 nights, right? And I go, so we can pay the 760 and get on that United flight and have the layover, show up to your cousin's house at 1 a.m., go to Texas, or we can just punt, go to the Cape, stay at this hotel. It's a little bit more expensive, but like we avoid all the headaches. So ultimately, that's what we decided on. Um, and while we were there, I did play. Well, we both played Highland Links, and I know you've played there before, and that is a really fucking difficult golf course. So, I mean, I'll get to that in a second, but let me just make sure I didn't miss anything with my insane story. Um, yeah, so we get there. Oh, that was the other thing. Because it's never enough, right? It's never enough to just be that big of a shitbag. So we get there, we drive down, I stop at the house on the way there to pick up our golf clubs. We get on the Cape, we get to where we got to go. Thursday night, fine, right? We go out to dinner, no big deal, whatever. Um, Friday morning, we get up and it's fucking freezing, like cold, like 60 degrees cold. I think the high for Friday was 67 on the Cape, and we packed for Austin, Texas. It was going to be like 102 degrees every day. So we had to go to a stupid fucking gift shop and buy Cape Cod sweatshirts for $40. So we weren't freezing our asses off as we just fucking hung out for the rest of the weekend. So Friday night, we're after golf, right? So we finish golf. I'm looking for somewhere to eat on the way home, and I see this place called Block and Tackle. Um, it's a barbecue place right in East Ham, like 10 minutes from the hotel. And I go, all right, let's try this place. Like I could really go for some barbecue. I'm looking at the menu and I'm like, yeah, they got brisket, pulled pork, all that shit. So we get there. They seat us in a random fucking section of the restaurant. There's no music, no TV playing overhead. Everything is completely quiet. And there's like a family directly behind us where their kid is just watching their iPad. So we can like very vividly hear everything that's on the iPad. And then like there's a person on the other side of us that's like having a conversation that we can hear every word of. Because again, there's no like ambiance music or anything. So we're like, all right, this is weird. Like it's just very quiet and they take forever to come over. Finally, waitress comes over. We order drinks, right? Waitress comes back. She goes, all right, you guys ready to order? I go, yeah. So Amy gets, whatever she's going to get. And I go, yeah, can I do the brisket with, whatever, mac and cheese and cornbread for the sides? She goes, ooh, we're actually all out of brisket. And I go, okay. She goes, and we don't have pulled pork. And I was like, okay. And she goes, I'm going to have to check on the pulled chicken, but we have ribs. I know we have ribs. And I go, all right, I'm going to need another minute. Like, I wasn't really in the mood for ribs. Like, it's not really what I wanted. Then Amy wanted chicken on her salad. She was going to get it. That's what it was. She was going to get a Caesar salad, and it comes with pulled chicken on the salad, but she didn't want pulled chicken. She just wanted like regular chicken. And they were like, oh, well, we're going to have to charge you full price for this other chicken thing. And it was like 16 bucks for the chicken and like 15 bucks for the salad. So I was like, I'm not particularly interested in a $33 salad, right? I don't know if you are. And she was like, yeah, no, absolutely not. So finally the waitress comes back. She goes, all right, are you guys ready? And I go, I think we're just going to have these drinks and then we're going to call it. So we just finished our drinks, went to a different restaurant that was actually good. I don't even remember the name of it. And yeah, that was it. That was our Friday night. So Saturday we tried to go to a breakfast place. On the way home, there was a line quite literally out the door and around the corner, like
Time
around
did you
the
go?
building. What is it?
What time did you go?
Oh yeah, prime, like 9:30.
Of course.
Yeah, 9:30 on a Saturday on the Cape. Like, yeah, of
Right
course.
about 3 hours too late.
Yeah, yeah. You gotta go there at like, well, because we were there last year, right? For your guys' wedding. We did a week down there. And that was one of the things we said. And Amy was like, I don't ever remember like having to wait anywhere, anything like that. And I go,
You went in
yeah,
June. The
but
wedding was June though.
yeah, but I go, yeah, and we also were up probably at like 6:30. So we went to breakfast at like 7. Like it's not going to be busy at 7. But 9:30 on a Saturday on the Cape in the summer is the worst time to go. So we tried to find some other place. Their wait was long, so we went to this little coffee shop. We got stuff and finally like just made our way home. But that was uh that was the weekend. That was the trip. That was the trip that was and then wasn't again.
Would you go back to Austin or
Yeah, yeah, Austin was great. Yeah, Austin was a good time. It was a little hot, but wasn't bad.
I heard it snowed that past weekend.
So yeah, that was the other thing too. I get back to work today and everyone at work was like, "Oh, how was your trip?" And I was like, it was fine. There was like a
Honestly, you
few.
could have sent you could have sent an email in the morning, be like, to all of you who want to know how my trip went, this is how
Yeah,
it went.
yeah. Oh no, sorry. Well, I worked yesterday, Monday.
I will not
Yeah,
be retelling the story.
yeah. There was like two people at work that I actually like give a shit enough about to like give them the full story. And I told them, and they were like, "Holy shit!" They were like, "Well, at least you still got to get away." And I was like, "Yeah, that's true. That was the whole point." Um.
I mean, not for nothing. This trip was doomed from the start.
Oh yeah,
Or
yeah,
not from, I guess not from the start, but from like chapter 4, I guess.
yeah, yep.
It's
And
like
that's what
this,
we said.
like that's the other thing too, is it's like the second that her friend, like, oh, hey, we broke up, it's almost like, oh my God, well, we have family there and we could still do this and we already have the tickets and like the stay and whatever. And it's like, you should, you obviously revisionist history is easy, but like you two should have known, man, like, this is way too easy to figure back out. Like, there's no way that we can do this.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
had you booked, I don't know, like, had you booked like a hotel and all this other shit, and it's like, say you guys were out, because then it's like, hey, yeah, by the way, like, no, we broke up, like, we're not coming. It's like, fuck, now we've got a house that fits 4 people, and we've got
yeah,
this thing and that thing. Would have went off without a hitch.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, what
Well, I
were all
mean,
those tickets? Non-refundable. Yes,
yeah,
good.
there was a bunch of other things too, right? Like we tried to get tickets for Joe Rogan's Comedy Mothership in Austin on Saturday night, and it just wouldn't work. Like it wouldn't let me buy the tickets. So I was like, all right, I guess we're just not going. So
Doomed.
that's fine. And then I mean, obviously, like the her friend and her boyfriend paid for the house because that was the thing too. Like he just had an apartment, and like he lives in a like a condo or whatever. So that's why he got the house so to fit four of us. Um, but then I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna rent a car too. So we get there, and I'm like, fuck. After I hung up with the JetBlue lady, I'm like, all right, now I got to cancel the rental. And I tried to call them and that didn't work, but then I just did it through the app, which was like very easy. Um,
A
so
high
shout out
level,
to
high
Hertz.
level, high level customer like you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I am a gold member through Hertz. I mean, I use them enough when I travel. So I canceled with them, right? And it's just like little things here and there, right? Like you said, like it shouldn't have been that easy. The not being able to book tickets to go to the comedy mothership. Um, Yeah, that's what we said too. We are like, it wasn't meant to be. Like there's a reason why we just couldn't get there. And then we said too, it actually ended up being somewhat of a silver lining, I suppose, if that they did break up because her friend was on that same flight with us. So like if the three of us were in the airport and that flight got canceled, like she wasn't going to get down to spend time with her boyfriend. Right. So, I mean, if that flight was going to get canceled, like at least it got canceled on us and we were able to kind of like figure it out. But it would have been even more shitty because then at that point, like her boyfriend wouldn't have been able to cancel the Airbnb, right? Like that, it
Right.
would have been worse, or ex-boyfriend, I should say, to be more precise. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's just a wild and just again one of those things, like just the life of an asshole.
We get your travel insurance, kids.
Yeah. You say insurance?
The travel insurance.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's that. That was the trip.
Let's go to the golf course. Let's talk about something fun.
Yeah,
And then we can probably do final thoughts after that. But yeah,
yeah.
okay, golf course, go. Because I played it. Fuck, I probably played it 5 years ago now, but I remember it.
Okay.
I've got it now. The only thing that could be different from when I played is a course like that. I don't know what 2020 was like, but um conditioning wise, it could be very subject to the year. Like all that rain we got early
Yeah.
means the fescue could have been like something fucking fierce. Because that happens at myopia where it's like you never know year in and year out what the fuck that fescue is gonna be like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like sometimes I've gone and it's like thin and wispy, and sometimes I've gone and it's been like fucking purple cabbage. It's like, what the fuck? So I assume because for a similar reason but a different scale, I assume Highland Links probably plays by the same rules. So outside of like that aspect of conditioning, um, I should be good to talk whatever with it.
Yeah. So this was it wasn't quite thin and wispy, but it definitely wasn't purple cabbage. It was closer to thin and wispy than anything, but it wasn't like completely thin and wispy, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I've only seen honestly, I've only seen the purple cabbage once, and it really kind of fucking sent me for a loop. But yeah,
Um, so yeah, we got paired up with these two guys. One of them was really good and he was playing in sandals, but they were just sharing a single set of clubs on their cart. It was super weird. I couldn't really piece it together like how they were connected because one of them was an older guy, probably in his like late 50s, early 60s. Another one was like probably in his mid to late 20s. And they both worked in the financial world. The older guy made a comment about how both of his daughters are in school. The younger guy is from Chicago. The older guy lives in Eastham full time, used to work in Boston at the John Hancock building. And I'm like, I just, I didn't want to ask either. Like, I don't know if they're secret gay lovers or what the fuck is going on. But I was like, I have no idea how the fuck you guys are connected. Like, because at first I thought it was like a son-in-law, right? Or like a boyfriend or something. And then when he said both of his daughters were in school and one of them went to BC and I think another one was in Pennsylvania or something like that. So I was like, well, that doesn't match up with this guy being from Chicago. And I'm like, I have no fucking idea. It could have been a nephew, could have been a cousin, right? I don't know. It was just very odd that they shared one set of clubs and the younger guy was playing in fucking flip-flops. But he was very good. I think it came up in conversation. He was like a 4 handicap. So he was good. Um, so the front nine got absolutely lambasted, like bad. Um, the wind was whipping, and
okay. I
whipping
think I think
does
I got
not do
it.
it justice.
I think I got it windy, but like fairly mild when I played it.
Yeah, the wind was absolutely insane. Um, it was tough. I don't think I got within 15 yards of a fairway on the front nine, which obviously at a place like that, when you're not in the fairway or on the fringe near the fairway, right? Like you're gonna have a tough time. Um, and I did. I did. I had quite a tough time on the front nine. The back nine, though, those guys only played 9 holes, so they ditched. We went off by ourselves on the back. We made the turn. The back nine, the wind calmed down. So I get up to the tee on 110 and stripe a perfect 6 iron, like right down well, sort of to the right side of the fairway. Then have a like a whatever 70 something yard shot in, hit a wedge to like 12 feet, two putt par, move on. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, because when we finished the ninth hole, we were both like, and the other two guys left. I was like, I paid for 18 for two people in a car. Like, that's a lot of money. You know, it was like $175 for that. And I was like, I would just leave, but like, I paid for it, so I just want to play, right? And then again,
What else are you gonna do?
well, that was the other thing too. I was like, what else am I going to be doing this afternoon? So we uh we played the 10th hole, and I was like, Jesus Christ. All right, well, we're back in it. We both had our best holes of the day. I think Amy made like a real bogey, right? So I made a par, she made a bogey, and it was like, okay, like I guess we're doing this. So yeah, I mean the back nine went much better. I think I shot 9 over on the back. Um, I forget off the top of my head, but I might have been 13 over on the front, 13, 14 over on the front. It was not good. It was not good on the front. Um, but again, the back was much better. But I mean, overall, the course was great. The views are unbelievable. I know it is like it's billed as the only true links course on the East Coast. Um, so yeah, I mean, it certainly lived up to that part of it. The lighthouse that was there was really cool, like in the background, when you're looking into the hole or looking back on, some of them.
It was wrapped up
Fairways
under
are,
construction when I was there.
oh, the fairways super narrow, right? Like they're very narrow. Um, the par threes were actually pretty cool. The ninth hole, right, sort of has that like two-tiered green with the false front on it. Um,
Yeah, there's three of them, right? Because you
yeah,
uphill three, coming back away from the lighthouse, and then nine.
yeah, three is like a crazy uphill. It's like a
Yeah,
50
it's
foot
fucking
uphill.
nuts.
Yeah. Um, the other par three was super long, I think. Um, but yeah, I mean, overall, like a really nice course. I enjoyed the course, right? Like it was
So yeah, so when because I've done this exercise quite a bit. So I find Highland Links to be a fun course in a great location.
yeah,
Um, it's probably like so conditioning's not the best, but it's not supposed to
right.
be.
Exactly.
And at times it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. So like on two, it's like, the fairway goes perpendicular to where you're hitting, so it's like you can't
Yeah.
go too far like straight, but you can't go too far right because you get a million yards in. So then it's like, all right, well, you got to aim left, but then you got to fly it far enough. And then if there's wind, like it's kind of a pain in the ass too.
Yep.
Um,
On the back, it's easier because the
six,
white
no,
tees are straight.
five.
Straight. Did you play 9 or 18?
I played 18.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of whatever the longer tee was, where you have to like hit
Yeah,
from
that's on
up
the front.
top.
That's the blue. It's
Yeah,
blue
so
white.
that's kind of a pain in the ass. Like the shot on three, the uphill par three, that's a little bit of a pain in the ass because it's got to get there, but
Right.
like you need a lot of club and the wind's probably coming at you because the ocean's
Yep.
over that way. Um, four goes up and down, but the down usually kind of comes into play. If you hit it, I mean, if you hit it shitty, like if I
Yeah.
remember correctly, like down isn't a problem.
No,
But then
shouldn't
coming
be.
back on five, it's blind.
Yes.
Is it blind both times, or is one time way further back? I don't remember.
Yes. Yeah, both times. Both
So
times.
both time, yeah. So it's blind both times. That's always annoying because it's like it's blind, it's downhill, it's left to right. So it's
Yeah,
like, did I hit
five
the
is the one too that
fairway?
has the button. You got to push the
Yeah.
button when you go by.
But it's even like, if you hit it down the left side of the fairway, it's like, okay, well, did it stay on the left side of the fairway, or is it going to be down in the right rough or in the right
Right.
fescue, or is it going to be down all the way on fucking four? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's a little annoying, but that kind of only happens once. Oh, is six is that a par five on one side and not a par five the second time?
Yes.
And then four flips as well.
Yes.
Um, So yeah, I mean that can be a little tricky, whatever. But I was gonna say like other than that, it's like yeah, it requires some decent golf because it's not just like open open.
Right. Right.
But that's the thing. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be different. Um, it's not supposed to be like an everyday thing.
Yeah.
Because like that's the thing. If you play there every day, you either get good and it takes some of the mystique out of it, or you're not very good and then you're fucking looking through fescue every 4 seconds, and it's like, no, thank you.
Yeah. 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 Seven was cool, right? Seven is the long par three.
Yeah,
Um,
back at the water.
but it's almost like a raised green. Like it's just all runoff all the way around the green. So that's pretty cool. So like if you're short, right, it's just gonna roll off and roll all the way down. Um,
Well, that's the thing. You've got so part three. It's three par threes. One's way uphill. One's long and straight, and the other is shorter. Like
yeah. Yeah, nine, I think
it's just a
from the
wedge, isn't it?
whites on the back, I think it was like 112 yards.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I think not so 18 was
You can throw it on
112.
the right, and it kind of comes back.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Um,
5 years
because
ago.
I was long on
5 years ago, I
18,
played there.
but I was on the right side, just short of the bunker on nine. Yeah, I think nine was a little long. Nine might have been like 130-ish.
Yep. So I
So
mean, it's like a good assortment of holes. Like one, you can literally do anything you want.
yeah. Yeah, one is short. One's like 250 yards.
Yeah, it is. I even tried to like lay up, and I even carried that too far when I played.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that being said, even 5 years later, it's probably still one of the more unique places I've played. I would definitely call it a fun course. I would go out of my way to play it. I wouldn't go out of my way to play it just to drive back to Weymouth.
Yeah.
That's too far for me. I don't know even about my mother's cottage because that's probably still, I don't know, every bit of over an hour. And then I'm generally not staying at my mother's cottage, so it's like
Yeah.
still got to get home.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's one of those courses. It's like you just are not gonna find that really
Right.
almost anywhere.
Right. Yeah, it is really cool. Right. Like you said, I agree with everything you said. Right. Like I don't know if I would go out of my way to go all the way back down there to play it.
If I was
But
staying on the Cape and I could get there in less than an hour, probably don't have to ask me twice.
yeah,
If it's gonna be an hour or more, and then I might have to think about like, okay, well, what's the season and how long is it gonna take me to get back?
right. Well, then, because the other thing too is like where on the Cape you're staying, right? Because if I'm staying in Harwich, like why wouldn't I just go play Bass River? Well, like I really like Bass River.
Yeah, so again, it's all about what you're looking for because I like Bass River as
Right,
well. So,
right, right.
if I'm looking to get back and do something a little different, then I'm going.
Yeah,
But it's not so nice because that's well, so it's not even nice. It's like again, it's unique, it's cool. Definitely would recommend if you're there considering like do it, go play. Um, it's just a different type of golf because like that's the thing with like Bass River is like what you kind of expect. Like, hey, we're gonna go play golf. It's like okay,
yeah,
Bass River is what you
yeah,
expect. Highland Links is like it's way the fuck down there. It's kind of odd, kind of interesting. Um, it's up, it's down, it's actually pretty dramatic land change, which is sort of interesting.
yeah,
Um, Although it's really not that interesting because a lot of Cape courses like that. Um, so yeah, it's definitely more work to go do it, but I still think it's worth it. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not making a day trip.
Yeah, again, I agree, right? It's not good enough for me to go make a day trip, but if I'm in the area already, why not? I would play it again and just hope that the wind isn't fucking crazy. So, yeah. Anything else? You want to wrap this up?
We can wrap this up.
All right. What do you got?
I've got uh part two of my Induja adventures.
All right.
So if you were listening, I mentioned last week that I got an Induja pizza from a place in Hanover
Yes.
and really good. I liked it. Induja is where it's at. And I had mentioned on that show, I was like, oh, I saw it at Whole Foods, but I'm like, I didn't buy it because I literally had just eaten it.
Right.
So fast forward to this week, kind of wanted to make pizza. Went to Whole Foods, I bought the Induja. So bought it this time. I ate a little bit of it raw because it's like again, spreadable, spicy salami. So it definitely is different than salami, and like even like the package, it's like you can almost like squeeze tube it out,
Okay.
um,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
like spread it. So yeah, I just took it and kind of like ripped it apart, like whatever. So I made a pizza with induja and hot cherry peppers.
Ooh.
That is the fucking move. Holy shit, was that good?
Yeah, that sounds really
So if you can,
good.
yeah, and that's the thing is like the induja. So the induja I got at the restaurant in Hanover brought a little bit more of a kick than this. This was pretty mild, and I like some. Listen, I'm not fucking iron stomach here either, but I like some spice, so I'm not hit as hard. So maybe it's like if you don't eat any spice, this induja might get you. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Um, but this one was way more mild than what the one from the restaurant was. So it kind of worked with the hot cherry peppers. Otherwise, it's like I could have potentially seen that being a bomb, but um, no harm, no foul.
Yeah. But yeah, that sounds really good. Is
Only
it so
problem,
did
only
you
problem is it ain't shareable
yeah.
because only one person in the relationship likes spicy food.
Right. So was it like just cherry peppers itself or was it like a hot cherry pepper relish?
It was in the jar, I believe, specifically pastine. It was sliced. Well, no, what it was, it's hot cherry peppers, deli sliced or something.
Okay.
So find all the pastine stuff in the jar.
Yeah.
Like they'll have pepperoncini, their pepperoncini spicy. They'll have all the shit that pastine does in the jar.
Right.
Look for the sliced hot cherry peppers. That's what you're looking
Okay.
for.
All right. All right. All right. Because I know like there's the other thing too, like there's like that cherry pepper relish or whatever.
Yeah, I think I've had like a habanero relish like a million years ago, and I ate it with like pork or something. But these are like, I mean, obviously they're in probably just in vinegar or something. These are like the stuff in the jar,
Okay.
preserved, fermented. I don't know, whatever it
Yeah.
is,
Pickled.
pickled, I guess.
I guess that's technically the correct term.
Yeah, because they're definitely not fermented.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sauerkraut.
Yeah, it's not kimchi cherry
It's
peppers.
kimchi cherry
Yeah.
peppers.
It's good for your gut, and it will also blow out your asshole. It's like
Yep.
two competing factors at the same time.
Yep. So yeah, would recommend is just finding the Induge is the hard part. I did find it at Whole
Yeah.
Foods in Weymouth.
I gotta get back over to that fresh market place. I'm not confident that they would have Induja, but I feel like if anywhere around me would, it would be them.
Is there a Whole Foods near you?
No.
Yeesh. That part
I
of the
don't even
state, huh?
know. I have no like the nearest Whole Foods might be like fucking Providence.
Kind of crazy. 'Cause I have
Yeah.
one 3 minutes from my house and another one like
Yeah.
6 minutes from my house.
There's two Whole Foods in Providence. And other than that, the next closest one is in Bellingham. The one that's right on 495,
Oh yeah.
right off of the
I've only
Maplegate
seen
exit.
I've only seen it from
Yeah,
um
just when you drive by.
drive
Like
by.
that's yeah.
Yeah, fresh market, like I'm not gonna say they will, but it's certainly possible that they like that's something random that they might carry.
Yeah.
The only I mean, I don't know. I feel like Induja, for some people who like food, Jones didn't remember what it was because I've only sent him videos of it, so Jones didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
You've probably only seen it from the videos that I've sent, which is how I learned
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Um, like that's not something I grew up with. That's not something I've like heard of. Like, kind of even surprised that Whole Foods had it because because that's the thing is like you go to the section and it's like they've got prosciutto, they've got Serrano ham, they've got like seven different types of fucking salami from the different regions
Yeah.
of
Salami
Italy.
Toscano and
Yeah, it's
salami
like they have a
Genoa
Toscana,
and
they have a Genoa, they have a
a
Napoli, like
Milano.
Calabrese, like
Yeah.
um yeah, they've got like one of everything, but like that just seems very like niche.
Yeah.
And I think it was like $10 for a stick of it. So it's like I don't think well, I guess Whole Foods no one cares, but I'm like I don't think people are just like shelling out for that, no problem.
Yeah. Remember when we used to just crush salami and cheese on Sundays for football
Simpler times, simpler
in
times.
Mansfield? I would just buy like sticks of salami and blocks of cheese and just fucking slice it up and it would be gone in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, not too much has changed. I'll still buy pepperoni because the market basket near me actually has the sticks
Oh
of
yeah, the
pepperoni.
fresh sticks.
Um, so yeah, I'll do that. I've been buying a lot of cured meat. I think it was last weekend. I don't know how it ended up to going this way, but I think I bought some capicola and some salami because that's good for me to throw in a wrap before I go play golf, and then I'm not hungry.
Right.
So I think I had the salami and the capicola. Then I came back and I think I had some pepperoni from the day before. And then Michaela had a package of prosciutto she wasn't going to finish, so I ate that. And I'm like, wait, well, hold on, what the fuck is happening here? And then I think I made a alla gricia. So I used pancetta as well. I'm like, we've pretty much touched the bases on.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think it wasn't pepperoni, it was the induja from the night before. I'm like, we've pretty much touched the bases on
Every
Italian
single
cold cuts
cured
here.
meat. Yeah.
Yeah. My body is a salumeria right now.
That's hilarious.
Although didn't feel overly spectacular by later on Sunday.
A big
My
surprise.
stomach, yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what it was. Maybe the nitrates.
Yeah.
Although one of those companies is no nitrate, but might be DeLuca. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it could be just all the salt too.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that checks out.
Yeah.
Salt, fat,
Weird.
fucking disaster.
Uh, all right. So my final thought, um, sort of a quick one, just one of those like random things that I happened to notice while we were on the Cape. Um, so it's one of those things again, we were on the Cape last year, right? But we were there for actually no, we were there for a week after your wedding. with the kid. But like we didn't really do a lot of like going out to eat and stuff because he was still young. Like we did a couple nights here and there, and it was different. It was in Harwich, so whatever. But one of the things I forgot, right? Because again, I don't frequent like long visits on the Cape, is that Cape Cod in the summertime is packed with immigrants, right? And this isn't going to be political. So everyone out there's like, oh, where's he going? Oh, this white guy talking about immigrants. Like, no, no, no. It's just like they're from all over the place, right? Because Cape Cod in the summer is like working at fucking Best Buy in November and December, right? Like it's like the time of year that you work in this place. So it's full of people from all over the place, right? There was a lot of people from Turkey. I think there was a couple of people from Ukraine and this whole thing, right? Because we were at breakfast one morning and classic fucking old white lady move. Like this guy walks over to the table and he goes, "Hi, yeah, I think his name was Johan or something." And she goes, "Oh, that," and he goes, "Or you can just call me John." Right? Like, and he's got a very thick, like Eastern European accent. Very clear that he's from fucking Eastern Europe. And this stupid ass old white lady goes, "Oh, that's a very weird way to pronounce your name. What nationality is that?" And he goes, "Oh, well, it's Turkish." He goes, "I'm from Turkey. I'm over here to work for the summer." And she was like, "Oh, wow, oh, that's great. Like, oh, well, go ball power," like just doing like stupid old white lady shit. And I was like, "Dude, just shut up. Like, let him just fucking do his job." But again, it's full of all of like just people from all over the world, right? Like they come to Cape Cod to work all summer. That being said, right, they're all relatively young. The Cape's not that big of a place, and they work multiple jobs. So we kept running into the same fucking people everywhere we went. So the guy Thursday night at the seafood place that we went to was the bus boy who was like going around to all the tables, like taking people's trays away for them and cleaning up. Like, very awesome, super, super nice guy. Again, young, probably like early to mid 20s tops, right? It could not be any older than like 25. Super nice kid, right? But a very thick European, like Eastern European accent. So he comes over, all right, cool, whatever. We go to breakfast the next morning. He's the fucking busboy at the breakfast place. And then Johan, who's the server at the breakfast place, when we went to the dinner place that we went to, he was a waiter there at the shitty barbecue place. So it was like there's this same we saw like the same like four people at like three different restaurants because they all work in the same spot. And it's like literally these guys work at the breakfast place probably from 6 a.m. to like noon. And then they go to work at the other restaurants that they're at night, probably from like 3 to like 9, 10, whenever they close. And they go home or wherever they're staying. Who knows? Like they probably got an Airbnb for the summer or rent a room or something. And they go to bed and they wake up the next morning and they do it all over again. So like they fucking work, man. And it's just
Yeah, like
hilarious.
so I learned this is just one person's recount. One of the Italian podcasts I listen to, the woman, she's like younger. I think she's like mid to late 20s. She is in the temporary world. And like so this is and obviously this is big over there. So it's like in the winter, she goes to Austria and she works at a ski lodge for like 4 or 5 months, something like that.
Yeah.
And then in the summer, she works in a hotel, maybe in a few different places, but like maybe in Italy, maybe not. And then she works in Italy, and then there's like 3 or 4 months a year that she just does not work at all, like none, nothing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of an odd concept because we're so used to like, hey, college is a 4 year type of thing, and
Hmm.
like you go to college. Well, I think in a lot of European countries, like Italy for sure. Sorry, I forgot disclaimer. I've been there once. Um, Italy for sure. It's like they don't do college in like 4 years. They take like
Yeah.
fucking seven. And like they don't go, they go part time, like they go when they're around. But like the difference is like a lot of them they live at home until they're almost like fucking 30.
Yeah.
Um, Even some of them get married, have kids, and they still live with one of the parents.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
So
multi-generational homes are the norm in
yeah.
Europe, a lot of Europe.
And that's just like kind of how it is. So that's the other like way that they can do that too. Is not only is like that type of work like culturally that's something they do.
Right.
The college thing is not quite the same here. Again, where it's like we go away for 4 years, and then after those 4 years, you typically start to work and whatever. It's like
Yeah.
it's way slower, way more drawn out. Um, so yeah, it's like kind of like a whole different thing, which I mean, we don't know that one bit. I mean,
Yeah.
some people know summer work, but like,
Remember Jamie's friend? I forget her name. She used to hang out at the house sometimes with him. She
yeah,
would do that. She would work. She was a bartender on Cape for the summer. And then in the winter, she would go out to Colorado and bartend
yep.
on a mountain somewhere. And she
We
would just bounce back and forth.
we befriended a bartender at Ocean Edge, and he works up here for the season, and then he goes to Naples, Florida. Same thing, dude. Like
Yeah.
different people from different countries, different places.
Yeah.
Um, because again, Naples is seasonal, so it's like
Right.
seasonal work is, and then like the other piece too is like when you are European, it's like it's so much easier to get around Europe. That's why they can all fucking travel to all these different places because not only is it cheap as hell, you
Right.
literally aren't working, and if you're
Right.
working two higher paying jobs, that covers you. Like, and you do that for the summer here. That's only 3 fucking months. Like,
Right.
but that covers you for I don't know half of your salary, maybe more, depending on how good you are at it.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of an interesting thing, but so like that's the other piece though. It's like that's why they have to do both because they may not work again until like they may stop working August 31st potentially, or maybe whatever Labor Day is. So September 2nd this year, they may stop working September 2nd and they may not work again until like late November
Right. Right.
or something.
Yeah. Yeah. So they just work their fucking balls off.
Well, dude, that's what it like they might
Yeah.
like dude might go out to like like your fucking Eastern European, Romanian, Estonian, Latvian, whatever. He might go work at a ski resort in fucking California or some bullshit.
Yeah.
I guess Utah, Colorado, Wyoming would make way more sense, but maybe he's going to California. Who knows?
Yeah. It could be Tahoe. Yeah. Who knows?
Squaw Valley is Squaw Valley in California? Probably not. So yeah, it's a little bit interesting, but I think that's the logic is you come, you work for 12 weeks and you fucking work as much as you can.
Yeah. 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 It was just funny, right? It's one of those you just forget, right? Like, well, people forget um that Cape Cod is such a draw for seasonal work, right? Seasonal workers.
Yeah.
It's just kind of crazy that there was that many people. Like every fucking restaurant we went into, like I said, there was these like, you know, either Russian, Turkish, Ukrainian, fucking Romanian, whatever, like young immigrant kids. Like they were kids, right? They were in their 20s. Um, and they all work at the same fucking places all over the
Well,
place.
and that's the other thing. There's agencies that place these people. That's
Yeah.
why you'll see a restaurant has 4 or 5 Romanians. It's like I've never met a
Yeah.
Romanian in my life, and there's 5 of them working here. It's like yes, they all
Yeah.
came from the same spot.
Yeah.
Or like yeah, that's why it's like hey, we got 6 Turks coming to work for us.
Yeah, yeah.
Turks, it's like I've never met a Turkish person. Well, again, they're all coming from the same agency, so they'll be
Yep,
here.
yep. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for us. So thanks for watching, wherever you're at. Don't forget to hit subscribe on YouTube, hit that thumbs up button. You can get us on social medias at the bottom of the screen. Support the sponsors, support us. And until next time, good night, everybody.